Hi, welcome to the Winona Area Humane Society. On behalf of the Winona Area Humane Society Board, volunteers, and staff, I'd like to give you a little tour. We're very proud of our building. We have been here for about 8 years, and previously to that we were located behind Merchants Bank, where we housed only cats. Now we have cats and dogs, and we take in, we think this year, about 750 animals, the focus being on cats and dogs. We do, however, have a few odd visitors every once in a while, a nighthawk, a snake, a chicken last week, a couple baby raccoons, but our focus is on the unwanted cats and dogs in the area. We do take a lot of surrenders, people who are no longer able to care and sometimes no longer willing to care for them. We get animal control from the city and county, cats and dogs. We find them on the side of the road, in a box tied to a tree at Prairie Island, but however they come to us, we take very good care of them. Being a volunteer-based organization, we are so proud of the fact that between 90 and 93 cents per dollar of the money donated goes to animal care. We have volunteers come morning and night to care for the cats. The dogs are walked 6 times a day, and the office is open 5 days a week, and this is done because of our wonderful volunteers that we have. So come on in, and we'd like to show you around. Thank you. Here we are in the main area of the Winona Area Humane Society, where the office volunteers and the cat care volunteers work their magic. We are set up in a bay situation or room situation for our cats. The red and green bay tend to be adults. People can go right in and interact with them. They're all spayed, neutered, feline loop tested, vaccinated, and ready for homes. We have the yellow area, which is the teenage cats. They can be a little messy at times and kind of wild like teenagers. The blue bay is where we have our younger visitors, the kittens, and since a lot of their immune systems are a little weak still, we do not let people go right in to visit them, but we will bring them out to see you.
As medical director, I have 2 wonderful assistants that help me. One is a college professor, and the other one is a college student. And among the 3 of us, we take care of up to 200 animals in this clinic, in this shelter. We take care of tiny little kittens and find foster homes. We can give fluids. I teach them how to medicate, and Dr. Jan Daly tells us which medications to use. We work as a team, and it really works well.
We do a lot of amazing things back here in the surgery room, kind of behind the scenes. We go above and beyond as a humane society in general. Probably doing about 1,000 to 1,500 total surgeries per year. Not only does that include the spays and neuters for the animals that come in, but also any surgery that we deem is helpful for the animal, whether it's a leg amputation or an eye removal or a mass removal. We generally do whatever we feel is best for the animal that comes in. Other humane societies would probably opt for euthanasia, but we generally go above and beyond for the animals that come in. We also offer spay and neuter services to farm and feral cats, trying to keep that population under control as well.
The Winona Area Humane Society isn't funded by the city or the state, so as a result we rely on fundraisers like the wine tasting to be able to provide the care for the animals that we do, whether it be medical or basic needs of food and water. On the same lines, it also means that we really can't afford to have a lot of staff members. So what that means is that we need to rely on volunteers, people who are willing to give up their time to help us provide for our animals. And currently we have a core of volunteers that is about 200, and without them there's no way we could provide the high quality of care for our animals that we do.
I'm Shannon Bolte. I'm a volunteer dog walker here at the Winona Humane Society. And I volunteer twice a month to walk the dogs during shifts throughout the day. For me, working with the dogs is a way to help the Winona community, but also helping out the dogs. A lot of people don't know about the Humane Society, that they have all these dogs that they find and they need love and care. All right, I'd encourage anyone who has a love for dogs to come down to the Winona Humane Society to see these dogs, consider them for adoption, and also help and volunteer. Go get it. You want this instead? All right.
Well, I think a big misconception out there is that animals in humane societies and shelters are somehow damaged that there's something wrong with them, and that really is not the case. All these animals, the ones that are adoptable, are wonderful companion animals. They make excellent pets. There's nothing wrong with them. And yes, there are a lot that need homes, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't come in and at least look and if anything, interact with them and help them with some social interactions, which will help them when they go into their new home.
What I think makes the Humane Society special is we go to wonderful great lengths to help kitties and dogs, like Bug here, who came in as a stray with a very large laceration underneath her arm. And many shelters would probably put Bug down, but as you can see, she's a very, very sweet kitty. The Humane Society doesn't feel it's necessary to put cats down, like Coriander, who has a short little bitty tail. We have other kittens that maybe don't have an eye. I have a kitten at home that came in blind. Many places would consider these cats to be unadoptable, but they are the most loving and affectionate cats you will ever meet.
It's not a sad place. You go home feeling good that these animals have a home, and hopefully they will get a forever home when they're adopted. And if not, it's wonderful here for the rest of their lives.
The pricing here at Winona Area Humane Society is, for cats, it's $80, and that $80 gets you their first year of shots, gets them neutered or spayed, but also for $80, you can have one or two. It's the same price, two for the price of one. With kittens, if they haven't been spayed or neutered yet, we do just get a $100 check from you, and we don't deposit it, and we hold it until they do get fixed. That way it just guarantees that they get spayed or neutered, and then we give you your check back when it's done.
A couple of years ago, I went to the Humane Society because I was looking for a dog, and a friend had suggested a Humane Society dog because I wouldn't end up with a puppy. I'd end up with a dog that I could know more about his temperament right away as an adult. And I got Pasha. He was probably about 1.5 years. And I liked that I had the chance to walk him and get to know him and see if he'd be a good fit. And just a couple weeks ago, I got a cat from the Humane Society also. And same thing, I like that I had some time to just get to know the cat and look at all the other cats. They're well cared for there. Pasha came in pretty underweight, and they helped him get back to health. And once I got him, I continued with that. So he's a pretty healthy boy these days, very good shape. So it's been a good experience.
I would encourage anyone to come here because it's a place where you can learn a lot, and it makes you feel better about yourself when you go home.
But I think that no matter how old you are, you can always do something. And the Humane Society at times is desperately needs more people than they have. But the ones that are working there now are very dedicated people.
On a typical day at the Humane Society, we're very busy answering the phones, caring for animals, walking dogs, and we never really know what's going to happen next. So we're a very busy group. One thing that did happen this year that took a little extra effort on our part, planning and everything, we did have a new heating and air conditioning system put in, and it also is exchanging the air so the animals and the volunteers and staff can breathe better, and that was done because someone left us some money in their will that was earmarked for building improvement. And since the old one was about 30 years old in this building, we really were very grateful for that donation. And last year's wine tasting did take in almost $25,000. That money did allow us to complete our surgery room where all the animals are spayed and neutered, and also allowed us to continue our work healing those many injured ones that come in our door. Last year we were so excited, we had a fundraiser just for doors, and we were able to have 10 custom-made doors made for our dog area. And we are so grateful for your support of our work at the Winona Area Humane Society. We invite you to stop down for a visit at 1112 East Broadway, and perhaps if you have room in your heart, you might even consider adopting one of the wonderful animals that we have waiting for homes.